we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, it is part 99.2. I've done this a gazillion times. I keep forgetting Spreaker needs us to do only 15-minute segments. So we're live, we're streaming, we're failing. On every platform in the world to 3 people. I have no idea. I don't look at my analytics. But it is COVID-19 Level 3, Johannesburg, South Africa. Or as I like to say, Puza COVID-19 month, 1st of August. Also, our special Q reveals all, and I have just given you some background onto that. Live chat can be activated and watched on Facebook, but you can also, which is Quentin Collett, QtheCrazy, or Rhythmic Nights, hashtag QtheCrazy, but you can also join us on a chat on WhatsApp, our WhatsApp group, our fan page for QtheCrazy, but the number is 081-230-6824, internationally is +27. And if you want me to repeat that again, I'm not going to, because I've said it about 100 times. So, we just finished saying life parallel, put in a pressure pot. The question I have, the existential question that I always ask, when is enough enough? All the cliches in the world, all the platitudes in the world are overused. Hell, Facebook has become the platitude metaphor, now we call it meme generator. It has created what maybe existed over 10,000 years in a short space of time, has probably compounded it to a million times more. So, somebody dies, you say, I'm sorry for your loss. Or sometimes these days you don't even say a thing. Question I have is, when is the opposite? When do these horrible circumstances, and I've heard they bring the best out of us, but actually bring the defiantly best out of us? When does it generate courage? Stupidity, but courage. Martyrdom. Self-sacrifice. Villainy in the name of good. Good in the name of villainy. We've seen, but the other way around. So as I said, I am privy to a whole bunch of things that through my life I've always been told, sensitive subject, keep it a secret. And I certainly have. But there is a madness that we are living in COVID-19. There is a madness. There is a madness of what we endure. Hell, there's a madness of what I have shown people. The games, the mind games I played because I'm an actor, frustrated, like I'm a covert spy, a James Bond novel. I'm a double agent, so I have to lie for the greater good. I know it's bad. You know, I've done these things too. But I've had enough. Thank you. I know, thank you. I didn't know so many of you would agree with me. And of course you don't. You're scared. Oh my ... Is Quentin going to tell them my panty size? Is Quentin going to say this? Is Q going to tell them what I did? Well, that's a good question. And perhaps there should be not so much an existential question or crisis to mankind, because you guys tend to keep each other's secrets or, bicker about it to each other. But what about to the DJs, the singers, the celebrities, the press, the people of high power? I throw this to you. When's enough enough? So, this is only part 1, and we're almost at the end of our podcast. But this is what I am going to give you. And I say this defiantly and with courage and bravery, because I knew at one point in my life I would have to make the decision of either letting it go, or perhaps I would have to be let go. You gotta take that guy out. You gotta show him a short walk of a long plank. Oh no, other way around. A long walk of a short plank. Yeah, I think we gotta put some cement shoes on this guy, as they would say. Hey, you want us to take him out for dinner? Not quite, But then what is the point? I start talking, I would like to confess him. I'm dead. No, you see, I thought of that. And I knew I'd be thinking about this for a long time. So what I have done is split it up into many years of segmentation, many years of reveal in the absence of my physicality. I know that sounds depressing and horrible, but it's true. But I also want your opinion. So that's why we're going to take this one step at a time. But I have some things to tell. I have some things to confess which don't need confessing because they have been witnessed by people who in turn did nothing with it and they failed mankind. Because when you see evil things being done and you do not act upon it, does that make you any better? It's a good question. So I created something many years ago based on a principle or a saying I once heard, a dead man's switch. The information will get out in the absence of me having control of it. We do it all the time with our emails. We have scheduled emails, scheduled podcasts, scheduled posts. You can have scheduled posts to the same or different person on different mediums on the cloud, and we've been able to do that for years. So I've always had this information, and I just keep adding to it. But I did inform somewhat like after the fact, without much warning, or my people that I, angels that I've come across that I say, I can change names, I can change places. Let me know. But if they don't, I will just make that decision for them. I'll have to make that decision for them. Now, I should have changed my name. So my name is not Quentin Collett. I'm not a South African from Johannesburg actor. I'm QtheCrazy. And this is very important. I'll tell you why. Because I want you to think about what I've said, listen to what I've said, bump into people that can absolutely testify how batshit crazy I am, filter through that, and still listen to what I'm saying. There will be things I will confess about myself, apologize for, explain, but there will be things I will point out that other people are responsible for. And I have to do that on some level, and you will help me discern whether I should or not, because enough's enough. I have looked and seen that the difference, the way of keeping a secret and not keeping a secret at this point, 1st of August 2021, COVID-19, at this point, is viral. Because I don't see one person keeping another person's secret. I see an entire web of secrets being kept on a web of secrets, on a house of cards, on a web of secrets, which might have something to do with COVID-19. And we are in the thick of something. We don't even know what it is, but it's something. What a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. And here is my first confession and food for thought for next time. I have been deceiving people on purpose for at least 4.5 years. Like James Bond. No, not like James Bond. Like a human being. So, for our next special, the first name drop like a roast. Q reveals all about himself the first 41 years. Condensed into 5 minutes. So that'll happen next month, 1st September, our spring special. But don't forget the podcast is coming out every week. Pre-recorded, sometimes live, but it'll probably be pre-recorded. We do live sessions, but that is a completely different thing that we do. We sing. And when I say we, I'm crazy, so it's all me. But if you have enjoyed this podcast, thank you very much for listening. It was just supposed to be a little bit of existentiality on what we are going through, get you to think, get you to be angry. And next time, please don't be afraid to tell us live when we're chatting, you suck.
Love this podcast? Support this show through the supporter feature from Acast. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
All right, that being said, some people have said they can't find a link. Please look up QtheCrazy or Quentin Collett on Patreon, PayPal, or with the newest one, buy me a cup of coffee. I shit you not. And each one of those gives you an option to support us for as little as a gazillion rand in my bank. No, I'm kidding. You could do as little as you want just to say thank you. We are not my business is not earning any money, and we are not allowed to legally at times do our job. It is against the law. Social distancing has hurt us. If you can help us, we appreciate it. That being said, cue the crazy. I will see you guys next time. We're going to continue with the after party on at least on Facebook Live. I might convert it over to the phone. Thank you very much. Don't forget it's 0812306824, the WhatsApp number. And we will, if the hashtags and everything, I just didn't think about that. Now, the podcast itself is available on every platform, but perhaps not right now. The live part of it could have been a little bit shaky, but as with the previous one, it is going to be on everything. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, these Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Mars, Venus, the other side of the world, Star Trek, and heaven and hell. Thank you very much. Over to Facebook.